Hello, I'm Riccardo. I help world's best brands improve their customer experience. In this video, we will talk about the difference between product-centric and customer-centric organizations. In the last few years, the concept of becoming consumer-centric has received a growing focus, with most of the global enterprises aiming to execute such a change. However, by talking to executives in these companies, I realized very few understand what customer centricity really means. Consequently, even less people know what to do to achieve it. In this short video, I will explain the differences between product-centric and consumer-centric companies. It is always a good exercise to think about the structures and processes of our day-to-day and evaluate whether your approach is more towards the product or towards the customer. Product-centric companies obviously focus on product, but so do consumer-centric brands. The ultimate goal of a product-centric organization is to maximize shareholders' value. And guess what? For consumer-centric companies, the goal is exactly the same. So where do they differ? The main difference is how to get to the final result. PC firms plan to achieve their goal through high volumes and cost reduction, whether their most important KPIs is usually market share. Usually these brands achieve growth through product line extensions or by enabling new geographical markets. Think of a car manufacturer of the old days, like Ford for example. When it launched the iconic Model T, it was the first mass production car ever. It came only in one color, black, and that was it. The more cars sold, the lower the fixed production costs. Usually, product companies have their competitive advantage in product expertise. Remember this, it shouldn't be surprising. In fact, the more we become experts of a technology, the more we irrationally feel that we don't need to listen to customers. Generally, consumer-centric companies try to align development and delivery around current and future needs of a set of customers. This sentence is very important, as it introduces three new concepts that are not present in a strict product-centric culture: future, segmentation, and personalization. In fact, consumer-centric companies try to maximize shareholders' value by distinguishing high profitable clients from less profitable ones, introducing the concept of lifetime financial value. Hence, consumer-centric brands do not only care about today's revenue, but they invest to cultivate clients that may spend more in the future. As a consequence, consumer-centric firms' competitive advantage is in the relationship expertise and no longer in product. Sounds good, but how do consumer-centric companies execute their plan? Mostly by focusing on three tactics: customer development, to make existing clients more valuable; customer retention, to cultivate clients so they don't leave for another brand; customer acquisition, where they focus on behaviors and not anymore on demographics. So why is it so important that executives know and understand the product and consumer-centric concepts? Because moving from product to consumer-centric requires a cultural change from the above. Changes may impact design, structure, processes, metrics, and even incentives. The focus needs to move from sell now to bigger and more long-term goals. What if you realize that your company is a product-centric company then? First of all, there is no good or bad here. There are many successful product-centric companies out there. But it is also true that in highly competitive markets, most brands are now becoming consumer-centric. So what if you are not an executive? Well, you can start your own consumer-centric transformation without having the support of the top management yet. Try to experiment this routine. Ask your customers, contacts, colleagues for feedback after an important interaction. Write down segmenting a different customer persona and all the details that you got. Collect them during a week and ask at least another colleague to do so. Organize a 20 minutes meeting with your team to share the feedback, discuss learnings, and think about improvements. Implement the changes in your day-to-day while you keep track of new feedback. If results are encouraging, then share them with the management. And most importantly, advertise the changes to your customers, as they would be delighted that you heard their voice. I hope that with this video I explained clearly the differences between product-centric and consumer-centric organizations. It is a topic that will require more and more videos, more and more discussions, and hopefully an interaction with you. So if you want, leave a comment and we can talk about it as much as you want. See you next time.